Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of AWS Learning Series, in which we are going to discuss about a new interesting service, which is AWS Recognition. So, I'm pretty much sure you have already gone through all the other services which we discussed earlier, like Amazon Poly, Amazon Transcribe, and Amazon Translate. So, those things which we have discussed in previous videos and sessions, if you have not gone through that, I would request and recommend you to cross check our channel and cross review those services as well. Now, without going uh, to delay these things, let's discuss about the agenda. So we will discuss about what is AWS recognition service and their use cases, pricing, and then last we will do the demo. And mostly our demo would be in the C sharp because we love .NET very much. So let's start with AWS recognition services. So uh, just wanted to understand if you people are able to hear me. Would you mind to give your inputs in the chat, like am I audible properly? Then we will take it further. Anyone? Am I audible? So I'm guessing like if I think I'm audible. People might be shy sometime, but I can see my mic and everything is working. So let's move to our agenda and let's discuss about Amazon recognition services. Thank you, Ankit. So basically, what is Amazon recognition services? So uh, whenever you're talking about nowadays, like people are talking about a lot of things in machine learning, isn't it? And they discuss a lot about machine learning, and this is the like hot topic nowadays. So Amazon recognition service is one of the special service, and believe me, when you are going to use it and you will see the use cases of it, you will uh, like fall in love with these services. So first is thing is whatever the major thing related to like this service is used for the image analysis. Then on the top of it, it can provide you video analysis as well. So what I means by image analysis or video analysis, for example, you want a system where people will like you have a factory, okay, and in the factory you have several peoples, and sometime it's might be possible people do proxy, someone else is tagging others card or something like that. So you want to prevent this thing. You want like the attendance should be legitimate. So with this Amazon uh, image service, so this recognition service, you can create a system where you will capture the image of the person who is coming to your factory floor. The image will go onto Amazon recognition services, and then it will finalize, check whether that image is exist in your database or not. If the image is exist, it will return true, otherwise false. So the person is legitimate, and the ID which you associate with that image would be returned. So it means the person is there, uh, the person who is actually is working in the factory floor. There is no proxy attendance. Okay, so this is one of the example of image analysis. And sometimes like people might want, like nowadays everything is like uh, phone driven or app driven. So suppose you have several bills now, you uh, for your company, and you want that these bills should be added in your uh, might be Excel or might be in your database. But currently what you need to do, you need to read those bills and then manually enter the data, like you spend x amount in traveling, and this amount in your uh, l- lunch or anything, and then submit to your company for reimbursement. So with this image analysis, what you need to do, you just scan that receipt, and then this a image service, a recognition service, will give you output like what is the amount, where you spent. So you can define the category according to this image analysis. Okay, similar way, when I will give you demo, but nutshell, what is whatever the like heavy lifting which is required for any image processing, in which we are so in this image analysis, it is not about this this only two example. You will be overwhelmed with lot of things which we can discuss here in our use cases. But the first thing is like the this image AWS recognition service will do image analysis. The second would be video analysis. Now you were saying like what is video analysis. So for example, you in your office there is security camera. Whoever is passing in front of the security camera, you should be aware like whether he or she is in your office or someone else is coming, means is he guest or not. So those kind of stuff also you can cross check with video analysis. Okay, now so this will help in many use cases we will discuss. Then the next thing which I would like to share, like this AWS recognition service is basically, obviously it's from the AWS, so it's highly scalable. All the heavy lifting is done by AWS. You do not need to do anything as such. You just need to pass your parameters, your images, and then all the background work with the deep learning technology is already done there. It's easy to integrate. If you already gone through my previous videos, we created almost 4 or 5 demos of with this AWS services. So you can easily understand how easy it is to call any AWS services. You need to create the client using the access key and the providing the secret key, and then using those secret key you need to create a client and then pass it to request, and you will get the response. Apart from this, another thing which I would like to emphasize here, like low latency. So whenever you are sending something, the response is real quick with the AWS. And this is the key point here. It is not taking much time to process your image and then returning the result. It is like low latency. Obviously, like we will, anyways we are going to do discuss about the costing as well. But if you see, the comparatively price is also uh, cheapest. So we will discuss in that thing in the price. But as an advantage of using it, it is doing multiple things in one single umbrella: image analysis, video analysis, and then sometimes you want like whether the person's face which you are seeing, it's happy, sad, those kind of sentiment analysis also can be done over here. Now the last point which I uh, would like to share, the documentation. AWS has rich documentation for these services, and when you go through those documents, the language is super easy. If you read once, you will understand what is the purpose of that service. Okay, so now uh, to discuss in more detail, let me try to give few more use cases or example, so you will understand uh, what is this service all about. So the first thing which we are going to share is like searchable, sorry, yeah, searchable image library. For example, you are a suppose a photographer or or stock imager, uh, image stalkers. So who have billions of images or millions of images, and you process all those images, whether that particular image is related to person, might be place, or might be related to a car or something like that. So you can categorize those images, and once you search for any specific image, when you tag it like, okay, search the image for the cars, so you will get all the images from your database which has a car in uh, as a image, means in that picture you will find the car. So those kind of library you can create. Then face based user verification, which I mentioned recently, like factory floor example, where instead of doing that the thumb, for example, in the card recognition, you just people will go in front of any tablet, and then the image would be captured and they are good to go. Then personal protection equipment is another thing in which you can protect your things. Okay, so this is again like one of the good example. Then sentiment analysis, when you upload any image, so it will say like whether the face is sad or happy or surprised, then those kind of thing would be there. Then unsafe content detections, for example, you you are running a college or might be an institution or a office where you want to avoid any kind of video which is not appropriate for your institute or your college or might be your office, then those kind of video would be uh, in which we will determine the content and make it uh, like categorize them and block those thing, link flag inappropriate content basically. So that can be doable. Then the other thing is like text detection, which I shared, like in which you upload the bill, and I will show you that demo as well. So you upload the bill and you will see, okay, this, what is the amount for what is the type of that bill, those kind of thing. Okay, then face search or face verification, which we are already discussed. And then one more services which they are providing is the celebrity recognition. So like you upload an image of any celebrity who is famous, and that which is among the people, and it will recognize that celebrity. So just imagine this use case. This is very powerful use cases. So suppose, yeah, if we create using this service, we create an application on the airport where whoever is passing, and if that image, the person's image would be captured, and if it is if that person is terrorist, then it would be flag out. So you can the airport authority can easily cross check or something like that. So this is one of the good thing which a use case which I can think right now. So there are many use cases like this. Okay, so now without wasting further time, let's me do one thing. Firstly, we will search how this AWS, how to go with this AWS service, recognition service. So just search AWS recognition, okay, in the Google, and you will find this particular guy. So if you see over here, AWS recognition service, so it will give you a brief detail about what it is all about. Okay, like quick add trend and ML model, analyze millions of image streaming and videos within seconds. So this is one of the thing. And here are some samples, like content moderating, moderate, face compare and search, face detection, which we discussed, labeling, and video recognition. So let's do one thing. As earlier we suggested, like whenever you're going to work with Amazon services, you need a console login. Okay, so I already created, so I'm just signing with my account. Okay, now I will go and click on the Amazon Recognition. If you are not seeing here recently visited, not to worry, you search here Recognition. If you it is your favorite, click on the star, otherwise let it be. Now let's do and click on the try demo. Okay, so if you see over here, uh, what this service is doing basically, uh, for to make it more lively, let me do one thing. Let me load uh, one image. Okay, I will upload our sessions banner. So this is our sessions banner for today. And if you see over here what it does, it did actually. So what it's showing, it is advertisement 99%. Yes, it is advertisement. This is a poster. Okay, yeah, that is also true. Then this is adult is there. Okay, so then male person is there. Okay, then man is there. Okay, then person is there. Okay, and then books and everything. If you see here, it determine all the things which is required. See over here, jacket, blazer, audience. So, and because there is a board as well, so it mentioning like the whiteboard is here as well. So see how powerful this service is. This is one of the basic example which I am showing here. Okay, so you can understand the depth of this service is too much. It's not just a, a simple service. The depth is a lot. Okay, now uh, similarly, if you go onto the image properties, if you see over here, it will show you the background color and foreground color and everything. It will uh, show you on this. The label would become like this, like now let me go for image moderation. So if you see the content, so this is the request which we shared, and the response is coming blur content. Okay, and suppose I'm sending this analyzing, and it is again showing like um, the content detailing relatively close and the suggestive, those kind of thing. Now facial analysis, if you see over here, this is related to facial analysis. So let me upload one more link over here so you will understand what is all about. So let me upload text extract, which is our next session. Okay, so it is showing like, okay, looks like a face. So it, if you see over here, it's a rectangle. Rectangle took the rectangle over the image and showing that it's a face, and age is around between 90 to 27. I don't know what is the age of this female lady, but it is female. Yeah, 99% is accurate, and not smiling 84%, which is and then appear to be fear. I don't know the emotion, what is the what kind of emotion it is, but I am seeing that it's a more surprising. Like mouth is open, 99.9% she is not wearing the glass. Those kind, so that is also true. Um, so those kind of thing we can Amazon recognition service. Now next thing is like uh, image verification, celebrity recognition. So if you see over here, you already know this person, but if you're not aware, this is the service. This is Jeff Bezos, who is owner of AWS. So obviously it's showing the like the response like 100% that it is Jeff Bezos. Okay, so this is a celebrity recognition. Then face comparison. So if you see over here, this is the comparison face. This is the reference face. When you uploaded it, it's showing like the similarity. So this face is matching to this face. Okay, so how cool it is, like you just need to upload these images, create your database, and you are good to go. Now text in image. So for example, it's a Monday but keep smiling, it's showing. Now let me load a sample image here which will try to upload through uh, uh, the our code as well. But if you see over here, this is Chipotle's bill, so it is showing exact text over here, host and everything. If you see what is order in this, so everything is mentioned over here. Okay, so whatever the image you have uploaded, it extract all the detailings of that. Then PPE detection. So once you uh, upload this image, so you will see it what it is showing, like it is a person ID, face covered, and so basically the production means whether it's it is face marked or not, or head covered or not. So sometimes like people might nowadays, due to the COVID, this is one of the mandatory thing, like you need to wear the mask, although nowadays it's not mandatory. But suppose if in your factory, if people are not wearing the mask, so they should get notification, someone on the factory floor get notification, like they are not wearing the mask, or might be the hand cover or head over. So if that is not done, then that notification should be there. So for example, let's take this image, and if you see over here, person detected 99.99, face detected 99.99, face cover detected 99.99, because they have a mask on their face. Left hand detected. Okay, so everyone's left hand detected, right hand detected. Okay, and then head detected, head cover detected. So if you see, they have head cover on their head, means they have something on their head. Then if you want more things over here, we can add more detailings. So like face cover or nose true. So we, with this in this way, like we can determine whether the person is having the covered with the face or not. So this one, this is one of the greatest technology which nowadays a lot of cloud services is using, ML services is using the Amazon Rekognition. Okay, so now let me jump back to our presentation again. What we are going to discuss, what we were discussing. So these are the use cases which we have discussed, and we have gone through a basic introduction about the service as well, and we have seen how to go and access this AWS recognition services. Now, the next things which we need to discuss is about the pricing. So the pricing, for the pricing, again, I'm as I mentioned in my previous videos as well. Uh, so AWS recognition pricing, or like if you are a newcomer, you just wanted to learn, I would suggest uh, go and create your free account. First thing is that, and in the pricing there are three different criteria. So custom label, video, and obviously image. So if you go with the pricing, obviously free tier, 1 year subscription is free, free tier period for last 12 months, so you can use it. And there are two groups basically created in this image recognition, image analysis. One is like in which we compare the faces index and search face images. The another one is detect face, moderate level, recognize celebrity, and detect PPE, means personal protection, whether they have mask or not, kind of. Okay. Now, So the pricing is like first 1 million images dollar 0.001 cent, then next 4 million images 0.008. So the pricing is not very on the higher level, but you can understand it's the cheapest one. And so now go to this is related to video sorry image analysis. Similarly for the video also, there are some different prices available, like label detection and content moderation, text detection. Those things are there. So I would suggest just go for the free account firstly and try, and if you like this solution, then try for the pricing related thing. But at least you should try. This is one of my recommendation. This is one of the finest services in the AWS. Okay. And similarly, like if you created a custom label, so you need to do training cost, means you need to create your own model and then use it. So these are the costs for that. Okay. No, I think for the cost perspective, we are good. We do not need to worry until unless we are using a free account. Now what we need to do, so obviously our last thing which is we always sharing is the demo. Okay, and the demo would be in the c#.net. So let me do one thing, because the session is limited for the timing. I already created the code in c#.net, and as I mentioned uh, earlier also, I created in the C sharp console app. And if you see over here what we are doing, let me explain this code line by line so you will understand what is this code all about. So this is related to AWS Rekognition services. And in this every services whatever uh, we have discussed so far, always go to manage NuGet package. Okay, and search for AWS SDK dot REK. So, so you will find the recognition services over here. Similarly, as you see previously, there are different services. We will go through all these services one by one on each Friday. And so far we have discussed 5 odd services. Now, most probably next few days when we will discuss about the SQS, Redshift, and other services. Okay, so uh, for this what you need to do, coming back to this service, is we need recognition service package. Okay, NuGet package, just install this package. You will find this package is installed. Okay, so once this package is installed, what we have to create an application where we are calling this AWS recognition service and then doing some image analysis. Okay, so let's do one thing. So what uh, we are doing, we are passing an image over here. Okay, in that image we will extract all the text written in that image. This is our main name. For example, if we uploaded our banner or something or any image, it should return the text written in that image. Okay, to make it simple, let me first upload take this example. And the thing is, I already created a bucket for it. So if you want, let me give you one more detailing. So here I created a bucket name with Indian.net, in which I uploaded couple of images. For example, translate, transcribe, text extract, recognition, poly, and then Chipotle. So basically these are the banners which we created so far for our sessions, Friday series. uh, and this is again Chipotle bill. So I already uploaded in one of the bucket Indian.net. Okay, now what as I mentioned earlier, we have to create access key and secret key. And if you are not aware how to create it, not to worry, just go over here, search for I am user, I am, and then click on the I am. Okay. Once you click on the IAM, which is identity and access management, here you need to go for users, create a user. For example, I created a user Indian.net, which I am going to delete after this session. What you need to do, you need to add the permission. So what permission I have given? So I given like AWS recognitions read only access, and then Amazon S3 access. Okay. If you want any other services access, go and add those permission here. Like you can attach the there are a bunch of already policies written, like, so you can go, and if you are using those services, you can give the permission to that particular user account. Now once your user is created, your permission is provided, then go into security credential, and then from here you can create an access key. So you can create a new key, and once you create this new key, you will get this access key and the secret key. So the access keys we are using currently, this is the access key 2T3, and also we are using the secret key associated with this access key. Now the reason is US East one, which is we are using currently by default. This is the North Virginia. So the first thing which we are doing here is creating a basic credential in which we are passing AWS access key and AWS secret key. So if you observe, my code style is similar. Whatever I created for the previous services, it is similar one. So if you learn one service how to access it, mostly all the services which we are going to use, you will see in further examples, it is going to be same. For example, here what we are doing, we are creating a client recognition client in which we have passed the credential which is created through access key and access secret key to authentication and authorizing the service, and then region. So region, which region we are going to use? So we are going to use US East. Okay. Now here what we are doing, we have created a detect text request. So what it means, we are passing an image object. So basically this S3 object is like a AWS S3 object, which already shown you. So let me go again. So this is our S3 object. Okay. So the bucket name is Indian.net, and the photo name you can choose anything like here from here. So here the photo which I given is the Indian.net poly.jpg, and you can find Indian.net poly.jpg, and bucket name is Indian.net. So this is our bucket name. Okay, so far so good. So we created a image object using the S3 object. Okay, now so we have provided an image to this request. Now the next thing is what we are doing, we are passing this request to this particular guy, detect text async, which is going to process this image and going to return us the text related to that. So what text is there? Okay, so let's, once the text would be written, it will provide like what is the text detected, the confidence level, ID, parent ID, and type. So let me run this so you will understand. So which image we open? Amazon Poly. So let me do one thing, let me open the Amazon Poly for you so you will understand. So we will see side by side what is. So this was the Amazon Poly uh, Indian.net Poly related image. Now let me run this. Okay. So if you see over here, okay, let me do side by side somehow. So here, if you scroll up, what is detected? Okay, 17/5/2013, 9:30 p.m. EST. This is written in the image. Then what is AWS Poly? It is also written 99%. An introduction series of AWS service. This is also written over here. Indian.NET Indoor Software Developer Community Group. Okay, Rajat Jaiswal, and then the dates and everything is written. Okay, so what it is doing basically, it is giving us all the text written on this image. Now let me do one thing. Let me change the image, and now instead of doing this Indian.NET poly, let me try portable. Okay, so let's rerun this thing, and again let me open the chipotle bill side by side. So if you see over here, sorry, where is that image went? Let me reopen that chipotle. Okay, so what is written over here? U plus chipotle written. Okay, then the address is written over here, then combination is written. Okay, then AZ Arizona 8536, that is written, and everything you will see over here, like chicken burrito is written, chicken bowl is written. So it is what it is doing, this basically it is extracting entire text from the images, and you already seen like how much time it's taking. The response is so quick. Okay, so similar way, this is one of the example I shown you. You might be thinking of any other thoughts, example, for example, get the celebrity info request, get face detection, get face search. So those are all different services you can create, and then use it. So I hope you understand a new service today, and our demo is also completed. If you like this uh, efforts, please do like, subscribe, and enjoy further. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Ending the session.